Right, so we have even more iPhone 14 CADs, pretty much confirming the previous design we saw, but of course, also giving us new details. And so let's delve into it, but first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. So this information's coming from Shrimp Apple Pro on Twitter, who's been a pretty credible source. And so yes, I do think this information is legit. So Shrimp does give us some images and measurements for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and for the most part, this does align with previous reports. So to summarize, we have a dual hole punch layout on the front, the same iPhone 12 style chassis we have right now, and then of course no flat camera bump on the back. Oh, and also we have no circular buttons, so yeah, we can be somewhat sure now that the iPhone 4 design is not happening with the iPhone 14 series, like Jon Prosser initially told us. Now looking at the measurements Shrimp gives us, we can see the dual hole punch layout is basically the same size as the notch, and so yeah, we're not saving any space with this. And well, like I've said in the past, this actually eats in further into the display. However, Apple does plan to make the iPhone 14 Pro series slightly taller to combat this. But yeah, basically we're not getting any real estate back with this dual hole punch layout. It's simply a design change on the front that's supposed to entice consumers to upgrade from their notched iPhones. Now we already know the camera on the back is about to get chunkier because Apple's going to give us a new 48 megapixel main sensor on the back, but the actual body of the phone's increasing by 0.2 millimeters. And while I'm praying this slightly larger body means we're going to see a bigger battery inside, because the 13 Pro Max already is a battery beast, and so if Apple improves upon that and maybe gives us a 4,500 mAh battery in this phone could last 2 or more days on a single charge. And I'll be honest guys, I would upgrade for that alone because I do value battery life. I do think it's the most important feature of a new phone, and so I do hope we see some battery improvements with the iPhone 14 Pro series. Now coming back to the front of the device, the earpiece is slightly smaller on the 14 Pro Max, but more importantly, we could see bezels get 20% thinner with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And while that is a significant reduction, that's going to make a massive difference and is going to make this iPhone look way better on the front. And actually this does make me think we could see a slightly larger display with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, since there's been rumors about this, but also the length and the width of the device have not been reduced. If anything, the length has increased ever so slightly, so I do think that could allow for a slightly larger display. And this actually does make sense because there's going to be a regular Max in the lineup now, and obviously Apple wants you to buy the Pro Max, and so giving it a bigger display and also a bigger battery inside could entice consumers to get this over the regular Max. So yeah, that's pretty much everything to note with these CADs, and since we've now had 3 separate sources giving us very similar CADs, I do think this is the final design for the iPhone 14 Pro series. And yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy about this, especially with the bezels getting thinner. That's pretty nice. Though I do worry about the camera bump on the back, especially on the smaller 14 Pro. Because the 13 Pro camera bump was already pretty massive, and so to increase that even further on the back is not going to look that great. But anyways guys, tell me your thoughts on these CADs in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video above on details regarding the iPad 10, and on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps.